Yo, 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 tune in, don't miss Shaggy TV, hit 'em with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. To the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are live on the Regal Promotions Esports YouTube and Shaggy TV. I am Zach Chapman here to bring you championship night for your Metcalf Media winter heat here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 16 drivers have already punched their ticket to tonight's 75-lap showdown. 4 more drivers look to go play with those 16, and they're gonna come out of B main number 1. A possible 17 drivers we were gonna have for B main 1, but it looks like 11 on the show, so 7 gotta go. It is gonna be rough, tough, only 15 laps, and well, you know, we'll take a look here at what iRacing is going to say about it, but we're not going to have qualifying tonight. This is all you're going to see here is this warm-up session. This is it. Then we're going to go straight to racing. These guys are gridded up from points from the previous 2 nights. Whether they raced Monday or Tuesday, they were awarded points based on qualifying, heat finish, A-main finish, or some guys, unfortunate enough, didn't even make it to the A. So, gotta try to run what you brung here tonight. I mean, literally, fixed setup. Justin sick right now, P2. He's out on the, as soon as I say that, gets camera shy down. He was the quickest man on the racetrack. Now it rolls back to the 08 of David Wallace, currently P3 on the overall. Like I say, not that, you know, I mean, I would say enough people watching these shows probably know your boy by now, but I am not one to really focus on the leader in these B mains. You know, we're going to watch that battle for 4th. We'll give you your love, you know, if you're up there running up front, but don't be jealous, don't be offended. Everybody knows. Just got to keep an eye on that battle for the 4th and final transfer spot. That's where it's probably going to get hairy if these guys behave, you know, in those front 2 spots like we hope they will. But let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup for your Shaggy TV B main, rounding out the field, the 27 of Jimbo Rooney, row 5 to the outside, the 115 of Caden Dacus, to the inside, the 113 of Fred Hoffman. Row 4, the outside, the 29 of Kevin Goodall, to the inside, the 78 of Armando Melgoza. Row 3 to the high side, the 10 of Jake Roya, to the inside, the 30 of Robert Bucket. Row 2 to the high side, the 117 of Ethan Humphrey, to the inside, the 08 of David Wallace. Row 1 for B main number 1. 15 laps to punch your ticket to tonight's A main to the high side, the 420 of Matthew Hobbs, and starting on the pole, the deuce of Justin Sick. I had so much going on. Okay, so shame on me here. I just realized it kind of crashed out in the back. It says it's running on the bottom. You're going to see cars go green. Or go gray, excuse me. And come back too, hopefully. Trading paint should update some paint jobs. Some guys are going to stay the same. Some guys may change. Either way, we're going to make sure she's really working. You see Matthew Hobbs, though. The rear. I don't think that was how, Wait, no, that was how it was. Okay. Just, SDK hopping around, jumping on me, making me all nervous. Pace truck pulls down your Dirt Series promotion pit road. Drivers head into 3. We look to the North Carolina sky. The Full Throttle Motorsports green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. B-Main number 1 is underway. Play nice there, you front 2. That's what I said. That's exactly what Humphrey does. Falls in line. Now looks a little low here. He's going to do it clean. You give the guy plenty of room. I want to make sure you're in the show. Right now, top 4 pulling away. Justin Sick and Caden Dacus, even with the battle here, pulling away from the 113 and the 27 side by side. That's Fred Hoffman and Jimbo Rooney as Jimbo goes to work on the inside. Thought about the slide job, couldn't do it, had to stay hunkered tight in the middle. Meanwhile, Humphrey battle for the lead. He slides across. Double Deuce falls back in line. Ethan Humphrey. That's Dacus in the Double Deuce. That's right. Dacus was the one with the slide job. Boy, oh boy, change your pace. You guys have had 3 nights side by side again. They continue to beat the heck out of me here in the press box. 11 laps to go. Justin Sick doesn't want to get too comfortable here. If he's got to run, he's got to do something. Take advantage because those 2 behind are reeling him in. Here comes Fred Hoffman on the outside. Fred, though, every time he gets a decent run, he takes a peek to his inside. He sees Jimbo just continuing to swing away, trying to chop the tree down with the axe. I don't know how many swings he's got left. He's running out of time. And you can see every time one fails, Jimbo got to go back to work, got to try to reel him in. And as soon as I said, Justin, better go, they're closing in. Justin has wound it out a little bit, following the 08 of Wallace. And you got to think maybe it's in his best interest to just lay tight, hang on, and just ride because, I mean, if he can do that smoothly and stay ahead of the 113, I mean, he's making himself start a row worse in the A main, but at least he's making it in the A main. As I should mention right now, Fred Hoffman would be alternate number 1, but you don't want to be an alternate. You don't want to hope somebody isn't going to make the show or has computer issues. You want to put that stress on the guy in front of you as Hoffman inches a little bit closer. Dacus continues to lead the way this time by. We've got 4 laps left to play. All of them dancing on the outside. First guy to go to the bottom, I believe, was Justin Sick. It is, and somehow he loses that spot from Hoffman. Let's go back, take a look at this real quick, and then we'll jump back to live. Sick, not sure what happened there. He just clipped the outside wall. We had caught the end of it, but either way, gave the spot up, and Justin Sick now on the outside looking in, and he is running out of time because Mr. Dacus coming to the white flag this time by. 1 lap to go. 15 laps, all green flag. It can happen in a flash. Dacus Humphrey, 1-2. David Wallace, that left car on your screen. The 113 of Fred Hoffman drives it on the bottom, and he is going to hold on. It's Dacus, Humphrey, Wallace, and Hoffman to the A-main. Sick, your first alternate into tonight's show. I'm not sure what the plan is if Andrew wants me to interview B-main winners or not, or, you know, just B-main. I have no clue. I'm not the boss around here, so we're going to give it about, 30 seconds or so. We'll see if we see people pop up in the waiting room. And if not, we'll roll on out of here. Throw up a little in-between video, and, hey, you know what? We're going to go with that strategy. Stick around on the Regal Promotions esports page. We'll be back. 10 minutes or so, I'd say. Be safe, load up the new session. Either way, we won't miss a beat or race, and stick around.
I'm Chris Jakomick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important. But I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text, actually, from my stepmom. It's like, you need to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates. And she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day. 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired a little over a year ago, I set forth, I was like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. Every day he pushes it from, the loss of his brother and a number of different.
I always feel so bad cutting that video off mid, but it didn't take as long for me to get in here as I thought it would need, or as I thought I would need. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about some things here before we go to B main number 2. Talk about the different awards. When I scroll back to said award page, hopping around. Oh, there it was. Okay. I had it on a tab like a professional would, and I was just looking on the wrong tab. Well, tonight's A main winner receives a custom trophy. Remember, the 24th place finisher receives a series membership courtesy of Dirt Series Promotions. Comes with a free entry to the 2026 Dirt Series Gator Nationals. FND Awareness will be giving away a $5 last lap pass bonus if a driver wins the race with a last lap pass. They receive an extra $5, leader of lap 67. Receive $5 from Regal Promotions Sports. I will try to remember that as we go on tonight, but 67. I know why that is, because Ty Dickinson around 67, but that's an awkward lap there for a broadcast there in a 75 lap race. But do our best to try to remember that. Misfit Creations, whoever's 24th, on lap 33 will receive a free wrap. Raya's Graphics will also be awarding a free wrap to the driver who experiences the toughest luck throughout the week. We've also had a thing going on the Regal Promotions Esports Facebook page where you can vote for drivers' paint schemes, as we mentioned night 1. So make sure you go over there, vote for who you think has the best paint scheme, because winner will receive 2026 Regal Promotions Esports Dirt Late Model Series free entry. 618 Engraving and Design is awarding $10 to the driver who gets the pole. Well, that indeed was Joseph Grandy. Joseph Grandy was the high point getter with 498. As we've mentioned the previous night, 618 Engraving and Design was giving away $5 to both prelim night winners. Finally, Twisted Speed will award a free setup pack to the hard charger of tonight's race. So lots of, neat awards on the line if you aren't necessarily, quick enough to run for the lead like your boy, and you've got no chance of ending up in Roya's Graphics victory lane. You're trying to get some of the other things, you're going for, what did we say? Who indeed is the hard charger? I just went through that, and I listed all these things down. Shame on me! And I'm spacing. I'm just ready to race. That's what I'm doing. If it's not all laid out right there, one page in front of me, I'm all over the gosh darn place. But yeah, I like to feel like, when it comes to racing, it was Twisted Speed. I was pretty sure. There we go. Found the page. But that's a nice little award there. You go past some guys, you maybe get a little even faster with a good race setup. Now, 14 guys are in this one, if I believe. We originally had 18 that could have made the call, but it looks like the top 3 are all here. Mr. Holland. Yes, okay, there he is, B3. I was worried about John there. I didn't see. Here he is. Don't worry about me. I'm here. Driving around out there in the 41 machine. Mr. Rogers down there, P14. Popsicle sticks up top, so I would say our guys towards the bottom that probably didn't show were the ones that just couldn't make it out, had other things come up this week, and missed the opening qualifying nights. But either way, these guys know, man, if I'm starting to get nervous, because that clock's getting closer to the zeros, they are starting to get nervous as well. The last guys, 15 laps, no cautions, put on an absolute show. Had some battling for the lead there in the early stage, and then I think, boys started to play smart, realized, hey, let's just pull away, and still don't know what happened to Justin Sick there, the driver of the two. What caused him to basically go down to the inside of the track and oh, and I just realized, I just looked over at the chat. I saw your, is it sponsored? No, but I guess technically, that guy sponsors all of us. U.S. veteran. It's for the Mission 22 organization. About, 22 veterans a day lose their life on the average, to suicide. So it's an awareness video for that. Definitely something very important to me, as my fat lazy behind definitely didn't go serve this country. So it's to me, it's a super awesome thing for the people who did. So they'll get my time of the day, and all my broadcast time of the day breaks and then some. As we take a look here, starting lineup, B main number 2, rounding out the field, row 7 to the high side, the 54, Brandon Rogers to the inside, the double deuce of Caden Mays. Row 6 to the outside, the 96 of Jordan Navarro to the inside, the double 6 of Jason Haynes. Row 5 to the outside, the popsicle sticks of Joseph Groom to the inside, the double 3 of Justin Walbring. Row 4 to the outside, the 422 of Tayton Sander to the inside, the 82 of Dalton Word. That is not correct. SDK very wrong with this right now because Tate Sanders should be starting P1. So yeah, you know what? We've got to get rid of that. We're just going to look at this. There you can see the actual rows. That was a little weird there. I'm not sure how SDK came up with their own lineup. I mean, it's literally imported into iRacing. These guys didn't have a chance to qualify, but no, hey, all good. There you see Tate and Sander, the man on the pole. His outside, Jason Haynes, Dalton DeWert behind him, John Holly on the outside of row 2. Brandon Rogers inside of row 3. Joseph Groom there on the outside. So, sorry, boys, if I missed you in the back. We're blaming the software there. Pace truck on the Dirt Series promotion pit road. You take a look to that North Carolina sky. The Full Throttle Motorsports green flag is high. We're going to make some dirt fly. B main number 2 is underway. 2 wide for second, 2 wide for the final transfer spot. The 41 of John Holly on the outside trying to wind up the toy. But Mr. Rogers knocking down low. What can he do in that pink machine? Give it to Holly at the line. Oh, Groom throws a slide job there, parks it up on the 96. They live to play another day, but it lets those front 6 pull away. All eyes on that battle for said final transfer spot. Holly P4, Brandon Rogers 5th. There's contact for 2nd. Haynes goes around, and just like that, uh-oh, boys not playing nice up front in transfer spots. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. Haynes gets a run. And there's nowhere Dalton can go. I mean, he's up there against the wall. Not sure what we were going for, what we thought was going to happen there. But Dalton, that's going to all but end his night, too, I would think there. A little more contact. See John Holly in the 41. He's junked. I mean, that is 3 cars inside of the top 5 who had to take a trip down pit road. My, oh my. You talk about shaking it up here. That is exactly what we have. The only man to start inside of the top 4 and still be there is the guy up front. Boy, oh boy, can he just wants to run away with this thing. And I thought he's tricking me here. Nice of him to hang out 40 feet behind the pace car. They probably just told him to pick it up and get closer. I can't stand that hanging back. And now we'll have a stack up coming out of 2 because we had a big steam up to the pace car through 1. Hopefully these guys aware of that behind. Pace truck takes a dive down pit road one more time. Holly comes off pit road. Is he going to catch up the field? Doesn't look like it. As the green flag's high, we're going to make some dirt fly. Sander drops the hammer. We're back underway. Right away to the outside. Wants to build up the speed. Here we go. Battle for the final transfer. Look at Murphy get on the binders. Live to race another day. Meanwhile, here comes Dylan Brennan. Or is that William Clapp? Yes, it is in the 4. Absolutely swinging away. Trying to hit a home run. He has got to go. This time by only 10 laps left to play. Clap away for the 4, who is making it work on the bottom. Slides up to the middle. Trying to build up a run. Doesn't want to waste time on Murphy here. Aaron can't make it easy. In fact, hooks up off a 4, but then clips the front stretch wall. Loses a lot of time. Murphy on the slip and slide out of 2. Here comes DJ Dalton DeWert. Was in a transfer spot. Got pushed up into the outside wall. Trying to race his way back into this thing. But he's going to need another caution flag if he wants to get there. Boy, oh boy, he may get one. Joseph Groom and Matt Hinkle. Oh, caution flag is going to wave. But it's for Justin Walbring in the 33 machine. Let's see if we can see what happened to Justin. Gets a shot from behind, never let off the gas. And, I think we've all been there, frustrated towards the back. Get a bump in the rear. You're maybe trying to take that guy with you. Hey, not, innocent until proven guilty, as always. That's my initial thought here. Looks like we gotta wait for the pace car. William Clapp now in that 4 machine. He'll see the field tighten back up, but he was not able to get around Aaron Murphy yet, I don't believe. Is the hard charger at the moment. Started 11th. Up to P5. It's that purple and black 410. Aaron Murphy. Lights go off on the pace truck. We'll go green this time by. Not sure why we jumped the flip there really quick. Decided. Peyton goes to the inside. Boys line up double file. Should have 7 laps left when we get the Full Throttle Motorsports green flag. As you look to the North Carolina sky, the green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. B-main number 2 is back underway. Hinkle to the bottom. Can't throw it up there. Slides up. Traffic jam. Hold on. 3 wide for P5. Here comes DJ trying to stick the 82 in the mix. Navarro holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot. But man, oh man, what a clash of cars behind him. DJ getting 2, coming out of 2. Here comes Dylan DeWert. Dialed in on the outside. He gets the right rear shown to him. And boy, oh boy, William Clapp maybe proving he's got the mirror on tonight here. Big time move. DJ gonna play nice here. All this in front. 4 laps to go. Navarro absolutely loving what he's hearing over the PA. These guys battling hard behind, allowing him to hold on to that transfer spot. DJ throws the slide job. Dylan DeWert up to P5. Oh, he can smell it. DJ dialed in. Where's he go? You gotta go where the 96 ain't. 2 laps to go. The battle on for the final transfer. Navarro holding the middle here through 1 and 2. DJ got her wound up on the top. Dives to the inside. Slide job. White flag waves for Tayton Sander. 1 lap to go. Dalton DeWert clashed with the outside wall. Has returned to the final transfer spot. Side by side into 3 and 4. As we go to the line, Tayton Sander wins B-main number 2. Hinkle, Groom, and holy Hannah! Dylan DeWert from 3rd to the back to P4. DJ makes the Metcalf Media winter heat a main. Jordan Navarro will be that second alternate if it is needed. We step away. We will be back with your 75-lap winter heat A main here at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Yo, yo, yo. Tune in, don't miss. Shaggy TV, hit 'em with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. To the laugh track, tick tock, tick tock.
We are back live on the Regal Promotions Esports YouTube and the Shaggy TV Facebook side of things. Don't forget to go to Regal Promotions Esports Facebook page. And first off, hit that like button. But find the post to vote for the most creative card, the best looking card. Remember, we're giving away prizes for that, so we want to see you do that. I don't know what I'm going to talk about here for 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Honestly, it's going to be a lot of probably, down mic time or me just rambling on and on and on. But I figured we have 17 drivers in the session right now. Or, excuse me, 17 have put a lap down. So 4 other drivers are in here that haven't put a lap. 21, and one of them I know for sure as I take a look over at the list. Jordan Navarro, he's in here, he's one of the cars. And the other final transfer who would make the show, if people don't show up, would be Jimbo Rooney. He's not here. So Joseph Grandy, he just showed up. Jason Smith just showed up. That's kind of why I did this. I had a feeling some of the guys were kind of watching, waiting, didn't want to waste all their time in practice. A lot of them have put enough practice laps in. I mean, obviously, track going to carry over, so they don't want to, leave themselves with absolutely nothing. But at the same time, you don't want to leave yourselves with too much of something, because as well as I do, somebody else may be able to find that something where you're struggling a little bit, maybe can't find that something. And Jason Smith, you're seeing his first lap on the racetrack. No time yet. Watching him come off pit road. He'll take the timing stripe here. See, he'll be put on there real slow with an 18.8 because he's not up to speed yet for that first lap. But let's see what his current lap is as opposed to everybody else's fastest lap, because the track will have slowed down. How much is the question? Runs a 15.33. Let's put up everybody's last times. There are still a lot of guys on the racetrack still hitting 14. Smith improved this time. He does 15.12. Gets him a little more part of the course here. I think he'd be happy with that. Now, from what I'm seeing, we have 24 guys in the session. But like I say, one of them is... 20. Yep, yeah, we have 24. But one of them is Jordan Navarro, so too tough. And yeah, look, see, Grandy chimed in on my page. I knew it. what I was saying. If I waited too long to go back, these guys were going to be in trouble. I've been in those shoes way too many times. Let's see, speaking of Mr. Grandy, he goes out for his first lap on the racetrack. Let's see what Grandy's going to throw down here. Oh, and Red Rover, we got one over. In 1 and 2, too tough to tell who it is here. Don't have all their paint jobs memorized yet. Grandy, lap number 2 there with a 15:18. I'm telling you, keep an eye out on this guy tonight too. I've been calling him his brother all day. Referring to him as DJ. That's his brother, Dylan. This, of course, Dalton. One of these days, you know, I'll be able to pick the two apart. They both run that dang black and green car. Now, they are different. You know, Dalton, I blame you for that. But that was a heck of a run he had in B main number 2. He's got a little bit more sauce left go at the rest of the field. But the one thing that will be nice tonight, we will have our Victory Fuel 4-wide salute. So normally that gives me a little bit more time to jaw jab a little bit, not be as rushed when we go out and do the starting lineup. Got Vicky rolling around. He's currently P2. Mr. Jolly in that 357 machine out on the racetrack is 3. Greg D is right behind him in that 26 machine. Brody Dusher in the 35 machine, currently P6. I mean, this is... Oh! Caught that spot at the wall you don't want to catch. You get up there a little too high, it'll grab you. You see, rip the right front off. And what happens to all of them? There's no embarrassment needed for that. Oh, got cars still piling in here. Parking lot coming off the 4. It's 2 minutes to go here before we get ready to take a look at our starting lineup. I'm going to mute up here. Get everything ready to go on my end as far as I know. In just under 2 minutes time, we take a look at our Metcalf Media Winter Heat A Main starting lineup. Seconds here till we can take a look at that starting grid. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for, who you got. 75 laps for your driver to call their shot here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Custom trophy on the line. I mean, who doesn't want that on the mantle at home? Driver's gonna go wheel to wheel, toe to toe. Who is going to come out on top for your Metcalf Media Winter Heat here at the dirt track at Charlotte? 44 drivers make the call here for your Metcalf Media winter heat. Amen. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Rounding out the field, out of Corning, New York, driving for Full Throttle Motorsports, the 82 of Dalton DeWert. To the inside, ignore what SDK's saying. It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. So you know what? Shame on SDK. I don't know why it's being like this. You're going to have to listen to me say it. Shame on you, SDK. Shame on you. But to the inside of row 12, the 113, driving out of East Greenbush, New York, the Fred Hoffman. Row 11 to the outside, all the way from Woso, Michigan, the popsicle sticks of Joseph Groom. To the inside, out of Dahlonega, Georgia, the 08 of David Walls. Row 10 to the outside, driving out of Dawson, Illinois, for the Slide Job Syndicate, the 47 of Matt Hinkle. To the inside, from Ontario, Canada, the 117 of Ethan Humphrey. Row 9 to the outside, out of Kiel, Wisconsin, the 422 of Tayton Sander. To his inside, from Lakeland, Tennessee, the 115 of Kate Dakis. Row 8 to the outside, out of New York, the 8 of Jason Smith. To the inside, out of Kinsley, Kansas, the 9 of Isaac Bowman. Row 7 to the outside, the 6 of Aiden Primrose, out of Northern California. To his inside, the 35 from Lakewood, Wisconsin, Brody Dusher. Row 6 to the outside, from Eldred, Pennsylvania, the 42 of Jacob Van Scoter. To the inside, the 40 from Riverview, Florida, Tyler Bronson. Row 5 to the outside, out of Eldred, Pennsylvania, the 44 of Tyler Carlson. To the inside, out of Waycross, Georgia, the 51 of Tyler Spradley. Row 4 to the outside, from Rock Springs, Wyoming, the 16 of Dustin Glenn. To the inside, out of Woodbine, Maryland, the 26 of Greg Dees. Row 3 to the high side, out of Antioch, California, the 07 of Bicky Tyler Bickford. To the inside, the 17 out of Hinman, Pennsylvania, Mason Orndorff. Row 2 to the outside, out of Fulton, New York. I didn't think it would go that long. It's going to be on repeat. The 333 of Richard Murtaugh. To the inside, the 357 out of Percy, Pennsylvania, Ben Jolly. Row 1 for tonight's 75 lap winter heat. Amen. Brought to you by Metcalf Media. To the outside, the 5 of Braden Carter, and starting on the pole, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandia's drivers roll into 3. They take a look to that North Carolina sky. The Full Throttle Motorsports green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. 75 laps to play at the dirt track at Charlotte. Right away, Grandy out front. Here comes Jolly, taking advantage of the inside of row 2. He's flirting for the lead, side by side. Oh, we got a blinker. Jolly, come back. 3 wide behind. Bicky on the outside. That's Glenn getting a run through the center. Contact. Boy, oh boy, make some room. They do. Battle for the lead. Ben Jolly leads lap 2. Here comes Braden Carter dancing around on the bottom. Boy, he'd love to get his hands on a trophy. Long, long way to go. But the kid milking the cow just the way he should. Nice and easy on the bottom. You gotta leave some left for the end, my friend. And that's exactly what Braden doing. Grandy, meanwhile, he's on the rails backwards here. Not sure what's going on with the 518. Cuts to the inside, battle for third. Caution flag and away. David Wallace and Tate Sander. we can figure out what happened here to the 08. So Sander is behind him. But I think they're going to get to know each other here pretty soon. Sander drives it in pretty deep, and, you know, maybe he just wanted to say hi to Mr. Wallace, but got into him a little too hard. He goes around. The caution flag going to wave here early, and Wallace ends up on the lid. Won't be happy about that one, I guarantee you. But this won't be our first 618 engraving and design caution flag. You know, I mean, somebody had to have the honor of bringing in the first caution flag. Wallace right now is sitting on your Dirt Series Promotions pit road, or trying to keep an eye on. Normally when the flag settles down a little bit, like now, yeah, we get the one to go. And it's not looking good there for Mr. Wallace. He's going to have to maybe offer the crew some free beer, get him working some overtime here to push that thing out, get him back out on the racetrack. It's the 357 of Ben Jolly. Looks to the North Carolina sky. That green flag is high. We're going to make some dirt fly. Not supposed to pull back on the racetrack under green flag, I saw in the rules, but may make our own here. Maybe he got approval. Either way, we're battling for P2. Murtaugh on the bottom in the 333 machine. Here comes Grandy back to the outside. Looks like the 518 got his appetite back, and he is hungry. Outside, big run for the pink and yellow 518. Murtaugh working the inside here, but Ben Jolly, he is the man out front. Not stressing his Mr. Jolly, just running his line. And I mean, he's got that PA dirt blood in him. You know what I mean? He ain't going to sweat. He loves the pressure out front. He is just going to stay smooth, try to bring this thing home. But, well, boy, long way to go and lots of three wide behind him. Here goes Bicky on the bottom. He gets a shot in the rear end. Contact. We're checking up. Dacus gets a shot from the 17. Boy, oh boy. Dacus now gives him plenty of room. Slides up the racetrack. He says, hey, Ethan, I'm done. Humphrey says, no, we're not. Drives it in there one more time, but he keeps it pinned on the bottom. Left him room. Humphrey's going to have to fall back in line. Grandy to the outside, three wide. This is the battle for second. Braden gets on the binders. He wants nothing to do with this early. He watches Grandy take over P2. Murtaugh on the bottom, trying to go to work here, but take a look. Here comes Mason Orndorff. Orndorff got that black, blue, and orange 17 machine looking mean. Just hanging out. Not going to the outside, really slamming it down yet. Just running that middle high line. Making sure he saves a little bit of rubber here for the end as we are three wide, almost four wide. Brody Dusher downstairs. The 44 with a big slide job. That's Tyler Carlson. Spradley cuts back underneath. Spradley, does he throw the slider? He does. Here we go. Crisscross applesauce. Side by side at the line. Here comes Jason Smith. Jason Smith trying to take a bite out of the apple here. He goes in the middle. Three wide. Here we go. Kyler Bronson, where did he come from? I mean, he just shot it in the middle. Three wide there. Absolutely out of the cannon. Gonna do it one more time. Got nobody downstairs. A lot of racetrack there to use, but he can't slide up and grab that cushion like the car craves. And Ben Jolly moving up to the outside here, maybe thinking time to protect a little bit. Ran that middle bottom, saved for a while. Now he's going to go upstairs here to answer the bell. Braden Carter continues to tick away on the bottom, but we're 4 wide behind him. Now they branch out into 2 wide. Here's the 40 of Kyler Bronson. Tries to skate away. That race car. Boy, oh boy. I mean, he is booking it. Make sure you save some fuse in that rocket, Kyler. We are not even close to halfway yet as this time by. We're on lap 19. Oh, Dacus in the middle, 3 wide. Oh, 113 rides him up the hill. He's able to save it. Good job there by Dacus. Gonna lose 3 or 4 spots, but oh, now he says, well, I may need a caution flag here now. It gets put up in the outside wall, and he's deeming that maybe caution net flag necessary. No, he's not. He's gonna continue here. We're gonna pull to the inside. Tough break there for Caden Dacus, who it looks like right front broken. Yeah, it is, so he's got no choice. Trying to keep that thing on the racetrack, hoping for a yellow flag, but prayer's not going to get answered here in Charlotte. And we're on lap 23. Oh, now we do get said caution flag, and it is going to be for Dacus, who stayed out there on the racetrack. I am the broadcaster, so, you know, I read the rule book. I don't know if these guys did Dacus, I believe. I don't know if he was 2 laps down at that point in time, but I'm almost certain the limit, when you're 2 laps down, it may be 3, but man, I want to say it's 2. 2 laps down, you know, that's just the end of your night regardless. So, and these guys slaving away here with a long green flag run. Shame to be broken up like that. At the end of the day, that's the way it's going to go sometimes. Let's try to find that TJ Visuals, or excuse me, Twisted Speed hard charger. Who would that be if we take a peek over on the software? It's the man who came out of the BMA in the 113 of Fred Hoffman, up 7 spots, started 23rd, up 16th. Good run there for the 113. Mr. Hoffman can keep it on the rails here, get a couple more spots as we go throughout the night. Engraving design caution flag comes to a close. Drivers double back up. We clicked the wrong camera. We're good at clicking zoom instead. Really good at doing that. The 357 of Ben Jolly rolls into turn 3. He takes a look at that North Carolina sky. The green flag is high. We're making some dirt fly. Your A-main is back underway. Full contact between the 51 and the 518. Then he goes up, gets a piece of the 26. The 26, everybody hold on. Boy, oh boy, we continue to play. I don't know how. We just stayed green through that. Here comes Orndorff on the outside. Mason Orndorff. Another boy out of Pennsylvania coming to play here. Trying to get a run on that 333 of Richard Murtaugh, who is just doing putting on a clinic right now, driving through the slick. He's not up top. Not really working for that grip in 1 and 2. He was playing it safe. And now as soon as I say that, well, let's burn it down. He goes to the outside. Grip and rip. Here comes Richard Murtaugh. Slide job for 3rd. Kyler Bronson tip top outside 3 wide. Here comes Bradley. He parks it back on the nose. Kyler Bronson says, I don't care. Richard Murtaugh, he's trying to defend from the slide job. He just threw in 1 and 2. Murtaugh, I think, had it at the line. He leads his first lap of the night here, lap 29. Jolly not going away, swinging away in that 357. Led the opening 28, wants to lead some more. But boy, oh boy, Murtaugh says, no way, Jose. He takes the lead and he's looking to storm away. Grandy on the outside, broken right front. No caution flag waves just yet, but boy, oh boy, we're going to get one. Big pile up. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. So, Grandy SDK not going to help us out with Joseph Grandy. We know that right front happened. When did it happen? We don't know. So that's Brendan Gusher on the inside. This doesn't leave Grandy enough room. And it was there. It was at that point. So something in the left side broke, it looked like. And you can see then there's just a stack up on the bottom. Matt Hinkle gets a piece. Primrose gets a piece. Man, car junkyard coming off of turn 4, and just like that, you know, now Mr. Attrition starts to set in here, and got a battle of the Northeast. The man out of New York, Richard Murtaugh, leads the way, but we got 2 PA boys hanging out, second and third. No, we don't. Where's Kyler Bronson? He's out of Florida. That's right. The other PA boy, well, saw what happened there. A little accident, but you can't get them all. Let's see. One to green this time by, I believe we do. The lights are off on the pace truck, and it'll head down our Dirt Series Promotions pit road. We'll have to get that Full Throttle Motorsports green flag one more time. As we take a look at the North Carolina sky, the green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. We're back underway. Oh, here we go. 3 wide for P2. Tried to get the nose in there, but Bradley couldn't find the room. Meanwhile, Bronson Slider, he runs Jolly up the hill, but man, we saw Jolly kind of blinked out there. He's not going to be happy, but oh man, that's one of those bugaboos of the virtual racing world. He says, well, what goes around comes around. Slide job. Bronson ready for it. He crosses back underneath, sticks to the bottom through 1 and 2. And boy, oh boy, that's 17. Mr. 117 of Ethan Humphrey. That slider from him, boy, oh boy, did that check up the rest of the field. Look at him, 2, 3 wide behind. Dalton DeWert on the outside. That man barely transferred in from B-Main number 2. Where did Dalton DeWert come from trying to get inside the top 10? Up 14 spots, now the 82 is your hard charger, and he's got plenty of time to go get some more. Murtaugh leads the way, 1.2 seconds over Spradley, who's got a decent gap over Jolly. He's got about the same gap over Bronson. You see they're pretty spaced out evenly. This is your first battle, closest to the front of the field. Ethan Humphrey up 11 spots, started 19th. He's got this thing to 8th. He's gotta go. Everybody rolling that outside. That is where you need to be, leader included. You can see that's how he's walked away, and It's going to be one of those things, if you can find pace that's similar and you can run confidently middle of the racetrack, boy, you want to do it, because I don't want to jinx this, but like I said, that 618 engraving and design caution flag, never too far away when you got boys running hard for bragging rights and a trophy. Isaac Bowman getting a run on the outside. He's trying to work around Mason Orndorff. Orndorff pulls back ahead as he enters 3. Nowhere to go. Can't complete the slide job. You watch as Vicky drive away. Grandy and Van Scoter beating and banging. The 518 sent to the infield grass. No caution flag gonna wave. And I think that's gonna do it there for the 518. Him and Van Scoter absolutely beating the heck out of each other. I couldn't tell, but it looked like Van Scoter ran him up the hill pretty hard. He continues to live the play, but you can see there we clip back to 1 and 2. Leaders aren't that far away from starting to put people a lap down. So if you're back here racing, if you're back here mixing it up a little too hard, you gotta race smart, because here come the leaders. Braden Carter working to the outside of Matt Hinkle. We got a car around. Caution flag gonna wave. Aiden Primrose goes around, and I couldn't tell if we hit an incident limit or if he just disconnected going into the corner. He goes full send, drives it in. Caution flag gonna wave here at this point. I say this is where, okay, he goes pretty slow. He may have just, oh no, it wasn't him that drove in there and leaked out. No, you want to know what's hilarious? That was the last caution when Aiden was involved in it. This is the, I was gonna say, that's not what I saw with my eyes. I trust my eyes. This is the most recent caution. Aiden gonna throw the slide job, and Groom just didn't want to check up for it. So Aiden goes around here and gets sideways. That's what I saw. I have a feeling that's maybe an incident point limit. Tough break there for Primrose. Spradley up to P2. 7 spots. This may have been what Dalton DeWert needed here. Moves him to the back of row 4. I mean, inside of row 5, right tucked in there behind those boys in row 4. That's not what I want to hear if I'm those guys towards the front as we take a look to that North Carolina sky. The green flag is high. The Full Throttle Motorsports flag. Green flag waves. We are back underway. Battle for the lead. Kyler, oh boy, knew he didn't have it. Needed to slot back up in front of Spradley. Here we go. Dusher trying to send it in there. He does. He's below Spradley, now in the middle. Now falls in line. Here comes Bronson one more time. Slide job from Hill. Gets in the outside wall. Gonna lose 2, maybe 3. Here comes Jolly. Oh, Dusher and Spradley made contact. Jolly back to P2. Spradley put in the outside wall. Now he gets contacted. Oh, boy. Tate Sander gets a piece. Spradley in the outside wall. Caution flag not going to wave just yet. It does now. But boy, oh, boy. Oh, man, this is just, you know, when you re-rack the field, after a caution flag, you're running out of time, you're over halfway, this is what you expect. And you can see this goes a ways back. So 35, he's going to say, I held my line. You know, he bounced off the wall, came down, hooked me. So I want my spot back, and that's why you're going to see Brody drive so aggressive. You see Spradley there, he just gets hit by the 117. He wasn't able to check up, and here comes the freight train. Sander gets a big piece. Keep taking. That may be the end of his day. Not sure if he's got a quick repair left. Sitting on pit road. I don't think he does. So he's trying to repair what he can and then maybe get back out there. Lights are on the pace truck. We'll do another trip around here before we get our full throttle motorsports green flag. Should have 26 laps to go when we get the green flag here. Richard Murtaugh leading the way. Ben Jolly on the outside. Remember, he led the early portion of tonight's A-Main. As you take a look to the sky, the green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. 26 laps left for the play. Oh, boy, Kyler. Not making many friends there with those slide jobs, I'll tell you what. Brody now takes advantage. He slides up. Yellow flag waves, and I think we're going to have to do that again. The man who was hard charger gets involved here. Dalton DeWert. Let's see what happened. You can see he kind of tried to take to the outside. There's just beating and banging. He ends up getting hooked, gets slapped. Hard shot into the outside wall for Dalton. My, oh my. Oh boy, what a vicious hit. Luckily for him, able to keep it on all fours. I don't know if he's got the quick repair, he wouldn't be trying to drive it. I can tell you that. He may have had to give up and tow it. Yeah, I see it sitting there. We'll have to see if he's going to be lucky enough to make it back out there. But boy, oh boy, tough break for Dalton DeWert, who was absolutely on the move. Now your new hard charger, Ethan Humphrey, in the 117 machine. Started 19th up to P6. Richard Murtaugh, no stranger to big-time wins here, but he's going to have his work cut out for him. Going to have to be on full defend mode here. Pace truck goes down our Dirt Series Promotions pit road. You take a look to that sky. The Full Throttle Motorsports green flag is hot. Let's make some dirt fly. Your A-Main is back underway. See Dalton there get off of pit road. He should be on the lead lap. Just going to need a caution flag now to retighten him towards the back of the field as Murtaugh leads the way. Oh, we got one around in the back. It's going to be Mason Orndorff bringing out the caution flag, our 7th caution flag of tonight's A-Main. Back to the 44 and then drives down across the nose of the 26. Had nowhere to go, and Mason pays the price there, loses the front end, and gonna have to take a trip down our Dirt Series Promotions pit road. But all in all, that is the early Christmas gift for Dalton. Finds a way to retighten this field, but once again, the man out of Fulton, New York, only wants to see 3 more flags, a green, a white, and give him that checkered, he says. But at this pace, you know, I don't want to burst his bubble. I don't, but we're a little bit of ways away from that third-party gaming white flag. Now, Murtaugh, he's going to have to twiddle those thumbs a bit here under caution, keep himself warm, refreshed. Speaking of warm and refreshed, you can probably hear my voice fading out. I've been dealing with throat issues. I'm going to mute and drink some of this tea while it is still semi-warm. Give me 15 seconds here as the lights go off, and we'll get ready to go back green flag. Hot tea and honey, that is the trick. Definitely helps soothe that a little bit. As the big struck off, Richard Murtaugh rolls the drivers into 3, takes a look at the sky. The Full Throttle Motorsports green flag is high. We're gonna make some dirt fly. We're back underway. 24 laps to play. Dusher with a slide job. Jolly cuts back underneath. Battle on for third as the front 2 look to pull away. Murtaugh flirting with the outside wall here. You gotta be willing to move the concrete a little bit. Try to extend the racing surface. I don't know about that much, though. Brody really gives it a shot and somehow keeps the right front on that thing. Boy, oh boy. Oh, man, I don't know how that 35 survived. Meanwhile, Bronson, he gets up in the outside wall. Doesn't want to let Murtaugh get too far off the leash here. But, man, it is nasty upstairs. Dancing with the devil. One mistake, and you're going to watch that podium fall right off your plate. Bronson in the wall one more time. Braden Carter looks to the outside of the 117 of Ethan Humphrey. Humphrey giving him plenty of space, keeps it on the bottom, tightens up, loses the spot. We're battling behind. Spradley going to use the right rear, moves Hinkle up the racetrack. That brings Carlson back into the picture in the 44. Hinkle says, you know what? I'm about tired of this. There we go. We saw it coming. And caution flag and away. See, I hate to be preemptive like that, but boy, oh boy. And, you know, it makes me easier to, it makes it easier for me to, you know, kind of, I mean, any racer here, you know what you just saw there. And, I mean, is it a terrible move? Yeah, Spradley gets into him, okay, he straightens it up. Hinkle turns down a little earlier than Spradley probably thought. You know, he's going to go in there, throw the deep slider. But Hinkle tries to defend, cuts down a little early, and I'm not saying Hinkle can't do that. He's within all rights to do that. But, you know, you kind of got your target set here then. Rotate this thing a little bit, straighten it up, then we rotate it back again. You can watch the wheels; they're not going to lie. And we're like, uh-oh, you know, we may not get into them if we don't, you know, get this thing up the hill. Then we straighten the wheel out. We're not going to turn left, and then we're going to make sure. Well, let's make sure of this thing. You know, we get up on the outside wall. You got to give him that, though. I mean, if you are going to go into a feud with somebody, at least make it only you two. Don't bring anyone else down in that, and, you know, you kind of somewhat respect that, I guess. It's definitely far from encouraged. Not a good way, you know, to get invited back to some of these big events. Like I say, there are plenty of people out here watching on both streams that could chime in if they wanted to. They know firsthand I'm the first guy if I get run into. I'm going to curse you out. You know, I'm going to think you're wrong until I look at the replay and realize, hey, I probably could have helped that thing out. So, I know from experience as we take a look to the sky, the Full Throttle Motorsports green flag waves, and we are back underway. 3 wide for P4. Here we go. Bicky in the middle. Braden on the bottom. Ben Jolly upstairs. Jolly prevails, throws it in deep. Bicky tries to reel him in, gets close to the deck lid here. Got room for the slide job, not going to throw it, but guess what? Here we go. Menage a trois for the lead here at Charlotte. Dusher 2 for 1 discount. What can he do? Doesn't get any at the line. Ends up slipping up in the middle. Murtaugh working the bottom. Bronson upstairs. New leader down the backstretch. Kyler Bronson leads the way with 15 laps to play. This time by here at the dirt track in Charlotte. Brody Dusher P2. What can the 35 do? Can Brody find a way to steal this checkered flag? 14 more trips around the North Carolina sun. Slider for the lead. Bronson back underneath, side by side into 3. Murtaugh says, don't forget about me. Nowhere for Dusher to go. Murtaugh slides up. Great job by Murtaugh. Slider for the lead. Contact with Bronson and Dusher. Murtaugh skating away, free of charge. Dusher feeds him the nose, looking to use all of it here. 12 laps to go. Murtaugh out front. Slider looking to protect Dusher. Big run through 2. What can he do on the entrance to 3? He gets the door slammed shut. Murtaugh playing defense here. $11 more laps to go. I'm telling you, anybody in this top 6 right now could bring this thing home. 5 in the picture frame. Now Braden joins us one more time. Battle for the lead. Dusher has it at the line. Slide job, crisscross. This is how it's going to go for the rest of the show. Who is going to be on top here when we run out of time? Your guess is as good as mine. Dusher at the line one more time. Dusher with the lead as we enter 3. Murtaugh got to lick the paws. Figure out another way around because it's not going to go down this way. 8 laps left to play. Dusher trying to stay smooth, but he's got one of the best on the trunk. Slide job for the lead. Murtaugh setting himself up, but it's Dusher at the line. Murtaugh cutting underneath after a Dusher slide job. Here we go. Through 3 and 4. Brody gets the tail tank park, but a great cut under side by side. Oh my gosh. What a show with 5.5 left to go. Murtaugh with the advantage as we enter 3. Brody not done yet. Murtaugh cuts underneath. Brody has it at the line. Brody doing such a good job of timing these runs, making sure he's got the lead at the line. Four laps to go. Brody Dusher gets in the outside wall. So does Murtaugh. Murtaugh cuts downstairs. Boy, oh boy, we've got racing all over the racetrack, but we can't click away from this battle for the lead. 3 laps to go. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? As we both wrap the outside through 3 and 4. 2 laps left in the show here at the dirt track in Charlotte. Drivers head down the backstretch through 3 and 4. Your third-party gaming white flag waves. 1 lap left to go. Dusher on the outside. Murtaugh on the bottom. Who's it gonna be? Dusher with the lead into 3. He protects. Murtaugh can't get there. Check your flag waves. Brody Dusher wins the Metcalf Media winner heat at the dirt track in Charlotte. Richard Murtaugh P2 and Tyler Bickford rounds out the podium. Holy Hannah. What a hoedown here at Charlotte. Boy, oh boy. Brody Duscher, let the dirt fly, brother. Oh, man. Oh, man. It gets no better than that at all. You can't ask for better than that. Always going to have some caution flags there. But, man, what a way to close. Kyler Bronson, Braden Carter round out the top 5. Ben Jolly, Dustin Glenn, Ethan Humphrey, Greg Dees, and Tyler Carlson, your top 10. Fred Hoffman, Dalton DeWert, Jacob Van Scoter, Matt Hinkle, Joseph Groom, Isaac Bowman, Jason Smith, David Wallace, Tyler Spradley, and Mason Orndorff round out the top 20. The rest of your field: Tate and Sander, Aiden Primrose, Joseph Grandy, Caden Dacus, and your 2 subs there coming home 75 laps down. But thank you guys for showing up and being alternates. Well, even though we ended up not needing you. But let's go ahead. Let's see if we can't get a word here with our 3rd place finisher. And you know what, actually, before we do talk to Bicky, let's find out who our Twisted Speed Hard Charger was before we get rid of all this. And no way. You may not believe this, but it is going to be... Or no, SDK lies. Where did it have Brody? Where did Brody start? No, yeah, okay, it did have him 13th. Okay, so SDK just lied for a couple of those guys. Yeah, Brody Duscher up 12 spots, man. So he wins your Hard Charger Award, and he takes home your Metcalf Cinematography Trophy here. I mean, holy. Don't get any better than that, boys. You don't get any better than that. Let's see if we can get a word here with the driver of the 07, Tyler Bickford. He is here, so let's go ahead and pull him up. Vicky, Shaggy in the booth, brother. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that was one of them where it looked like, you just needed a caution flag to come maybe towards the end rather than so much in the middle, because this race car started to come to you. I mean, how are we feeling after a P3?
Feel great, man. That was some awesome racing up there. I can't even... We were, 3-4 wide there towards the end? That was fun, man.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't the best broadcaster here with you guys at the end because, I mean, with Brody and Richard crossing each other over every single lap, I didn't have much choice but to keep my eye on that. But boy, oh boy, I mean, when I go in the line camera and see you coming across the line, I mean, it was a nice sight to see. I mean, what do you attribute to the success here in the late stages? Did we put in a lot of practice laps? Is it just track time here in general? I mean, what do you credit to your success?
And I gotta thank the team. Without them, I wouldn't have gotten better. So shout out to those guys. Man, I thought the track was pretty racy all around, to be honest. So that probably helped too. I mean, even at the end, I was still using the bottom to middle, and I felt like I was getting good drives off.
Yeah, I mean, we'd see some of those guys go up top, I mean, towards the front, but Vicky, it seems so thin that, maybe the risk not worth the reward. I mean, were you one of those guys, you'd get up there, you'd tag the wall and suck that right front in there? I mean, how easy it is for that thing to go. Is that kind of why we're playing it smart, running the middle?
I mean, there was times I wanted to go up to the top, just because I knew it was the faster lane. But yeah, like you said, it was thin. Plus, like I said, I felt like I was getting good drives off pretty much everywhere else, so I feel like I didn't really need to, It just track was really racy, I thought.
No, I mean, yeah, the results are right there, Vicky. You're able to finish P3 after starting 6, hung around, kept this thing clean for the most part, and had a hell of a finish. Congratulations, Vicky. You got anybody you want to thank?
Gotta thank you for the awesome broadcast as always. Regal for putting this on. The team, Midwest Sim Sports. Shout out to Brody. He's a new member. Good racing I saw up there. Good win. I gotta thank Tommy Gun Customs and anybody else, man.
Oh, okay. So Brody's your teammate?
Yeah, just
All
joined the
right.
team.
Help me with the dang last name here, Tyler. Come on.
It's pronounced. I guess it's pronounced Disher, but he's been called Dusher, so it doesn't matter.
All right. I was saying Dusher. All right. So say
Yeah,
that one more time.
that's Disher, I guess.
Disher. Okay. All right. We'll ask him here, but we'll try to make the introduction a little better. Hell of a job, Dickie. Can't wait to talk to you again, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Tyler Bickford brings home P3, and well, we don't have the man in P2. No Murtaugh here tonight, so we'll just go ahead. We'll skip him, and we'll go straight to the man who's in our Royas Graphics victory lane. Brody, help me with the last name here, because we all know it's not Dusher. I was saying Dusher, but Dickie was trying to help me. How are we pronouncing the last name?
Yeah, no, it's Disher.
Disher.
No worries.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Disher. So we'll just pretend there's an I in there. That's how we're going to write it in for now on. But
Yep. There you go.
Brody, I'll tell you what, brother. I don't even know if you knew this, if you're kind of listening or if you're aware. But did you know not only you win this thing, you're the damn hard charger tonight, man. I mean, this thing was a rocket ship. How'd it feel, brother?
Yeah, no, that was a crazy race. I knew in the beginning of it, since I had a really bad prelim last night, getting in that wreck at the end, I knew there was some attrition that was going to have to be involved, obviously. And some guys were pushing really hard in the beginning. I was getting really nervous because we were 3-4 wide, I don't know how many times. And I was just trying to save my tires, kind of. And then about 30 laps in, really started to feel good. And once I got up to Murtaugh, I knew we had something for him. And I couldn't have done it, without all the guys at Midwest, Bickford, all those guys that helped me. I get faster and faster every week when I'm racing. So, no, it's just an awesome race. I'm glad we were able to get it done, and definitely super proud of the effort I was able to do here.
Yeah, I don't mean to make that head any bigger here, Brody, than it already is currently right now. But it seemed like when you got to Murtaugh, it didn't matter where. I mean, you guys would rotate. You throw the slider in 3 and 4. Then, somehow he'd shift it up and you'd end up throwing the slider in 1 and 2. But no matter where you did it, it seemed like you were beating him to the start-finish line, those last 6, 7 laps. What was it, man, with you just being so comfortable cutting down underneath the slide job? I mean, you were driving through the slick where we're watching right now in slow motion. You can see Murtaugh. He gets a little loose through 2, whereas opposed to, man, that thing's almost glued to the racetrack for you. How are you able to be so good on that throttle cutting down through the slick?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, since he was out front, probably I know they were up top pretty early, so I'm kind of thinking that he probably burned up his stuff a little bit, and I knew if I could just stay calm and really, really ease my right foot and be smooth and consistent, every time he slid, I knew we could get him back, and that's just kind of what we did lap after lap. He made it really, really tough on me, no doubt. But yeah, like I said, I think I was just able to get a little bit more tire out of it at the end there, and just drive as hard as I possibly could, and figured something out. And those cut down lines started to work really well for me, and able to block there in the final corner and get it done. Able to, beat a guy who's really good in the pros lately. So it feels really, really, really good.
Yeah, man, you're representing there for Lakewood, Wisconsin. Congratulations to you, man. You are the Metcalf Media Winter Heats champion. Enjoy it, brother. But before you do, you got some people in that race car and some teammates you probably want to thank after a spectacular 3-night show.
Yeah, no, I definitely got to thank, first and foremost, Brandon Schatz for taking me under the wing there at Midwest, helping me out with setups and helping me out with everything over there, getting the logo on my car. CFM, Peyton Sander, Parker, Bickford Motorsports, Tyler Bickford, yeah, all the guys at Midwest, like I said, anybody who helps me out, anybody I hang out with, all those guys, I just got to thank everybody. And, I can't be more grateful than where we are here after this one.
Well, hey, they don't get much bigger than this, kid. Enjoy it. Congratulations. And, man, hopefully I'm talking to you again soon, Brody.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Brody Disher. We're going to say it right this time. Brody Disher bringing home the trophy here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Oh, man, what a drive for the kid. Gets hard charger up 12 spots, and most of all, that coveted trophy. But before we get out of here, there have been so many amazing sponsors that let us put this thing on. Metcalf Media, Third Party Gaming, Admin Box, Bloodline Sim Sports, Dirt Series Promotions, FND Awareness, Full Throttle Motorsports, Inkle Plasma Cutting, Right Rear Racing, Roya's Graphics, RPES Gaming, RPES Shop, Shaggy TV, 618 Engraving and Design, the Sweet Tea Gang, TJ Visuals, Twisted Speed, and of course, last but not least, Victory Fuel. I'd like to thank all of you race fans for tuning in the past 3 nights. It's been fun. We got a lot more fun coming up, though, on the RPES YouTube page. January 25th, we got the Daytona 24 going on. That's 24 minutes in the Mazda MX-5 Cup. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern. After that, Saturday, 8:30, the RPES Barberville Bash by Third Party Gaming, the Volusia Speedway Park, where we'll be in some UMP modifieds. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss a show. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV, thanking you for tuning in. And if you're still here, have a good night.